Yes, being tagged 200 people. The thumbnail's so good. Okay, all right. Now we are live, and we hope more than 5 people come to this. But yeah, now we just wait. But we can. We're waiting for some other people. We got some of the friends here, and then we can also brew San Pedro.
San Pedro.
We can brew this, but we can wait a little for people to come by, and we have a million things out. Because yesterday we were brewing some. Hawaiian coffees.
Hello, Ecuadorian land and that Asian.
We have Chinese Esmeralda we can brew.
We don't like Marvel rivals. We're Overwatch people. We're grown-ups.
I want to play Marvel Rivals though. I want to try. We just play Overwatch and get farmed.
Ellen.
So I'm gonna get set up to in hopes that we brew some coffee. We can also just be lazy and brew everything on XBrew. Maybe we brew on XBrew. It's just so much easier. Like so much effort. Coffee is so much effort. Don't do coffee, guys. We can talk a little bit. I think we'll do this for a YouTube video, but we can talk a bit about younger producers and kind of what we were talking about over lunch.
Yes.
And we can put that up as like a YouTube video. Oh, that's yeah. I have the Discord server.
Become a
degen. You a coffee degen. But yeah, we have coffees here as usual. We're waiting for Robert and some other people to come through, and the plan is to just hang out. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, because it is really rare to have a coffee producer actually, in your house. So there you go. We have a coffee producer here. And we're hosting Jose and Pepe in the Bay Area for the next few days. So we most likely will have a live stream at the Moonwake shop maybe on Saturday or one of these days with Pepe and all of that. So that will happen. But, right now we're kind of just hanging out because Pepe's coming later tonight. So, we're going to get dinner and all of that and then go pick up his dad. And then tomorrow, if you're in the Bay Area, there is a event happening at Moonway Coffee. I think you had to sign up for it, so I don't know if there are any spots for that, but it's going to be pretty packed there. And then over the weekend, we're going to be doing some like fun stuff and hang out and all of that. So I think it should be pretty fun. And feel free, the very last minute, we're just like, just stream and see if who shows up here and talk about stuff. But I'm going to wait for Robert to come by before we start brewing anything, because I do want to brew some San Pedro.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we can talk a little bit about some coffee producer stuff and answer any questions. It's a chill stream, guys.
Coffee reviews.
Coffee reviews.
I love that guy.
That guy is the biggest typica Mejorado fan of all time.
What's your favorite varietal? Oh.
Yeah, so the camera is here and the mic is there, so you can look into here if you want to, or you can just look into. There's a slight delay on the screen, but you can answer questions.
So my favorite varietal, I think it's definitely, and it's gonna be a surprise, Sidra. I feel like Sidra is the most potential out of at least the varieties that we have at the farm. The uniqueness, the herbality, and the beautiful, for me, red apple note that Sidras usually have is totally a stunning variety. Personally, I think that a Sidra washed can top up a typica Mejorado plant pretty much every single day of the week, and I'll stand by that until I die. That's why also one of my plans is to get some Sidra on San Pedro. What's your favorite origin other than Ecuador? So my top 3 origins, I would say first is Ethiopia. I've tried coffee from Ethiopia that are literally beautiful coffees in every sense of the word. Um, Ever since I started getting into coffee, my favorite coffee of all time was Say Coffee Duancho, if I'm not mistaken, Ethiopia.
Oh yeah.
Which was absolutely excellent coffee. Then I would go with Panama, because you gotta go with Panama, and then Ecuador.
Do you like the honey or washed of the Duancho?
Washed.
Washed? Okay.
The washed.
I like the honey a lot.
The honey was really good as well, but my favorite type
wash.
of coffees are always sweet forward coffees. So it did make. Where is Brian taking you to dinner tonight? Dude, we chose the most elegant and the best place you could go in California, which was one of my things that I wanted to do most. So we're going to In-N-Out.
Well, we might do dinner somewhere, and then you get In-N-Out like late at night.
That's true.
We'll do like your 2 a.m. In-N-Out.
You need to get the California experience going on.
Because we might go to that In-N-Out by Robert, like in the AMC, the Mercado one. Well, we might go there like late tonight, because I have to go pick up his dad at like 11. So that's why.
Dan Chicago honey, yeah, for sure as well. That's one of the things I love about being able to be at SAEC. I get to taste like some of the best coffees in the world, and that as a producer, it's a really empowering experience, because you also get to see how different temperatures, different climates, different altitudes can impact the coffee in such a heavily way. Also, like you get also really, just mainly inspired by other producers are doing, and you also get like even more excited about trying new things. Me personally, next year is going to be a really interesting year at the farm, at least at La Soledad. And I'm going to try some really cool experiments with very little lots, like carbonic macerations and honeys, and try them, as always, to make them the least funky as possible, which because we are not a fans of that here. Dude, I already investigated the secret menu. I'm getting almond fries, dude. Flying Dutchman. Some grilled onions. God bless America, dude.
God bless America. Peru. Yeah, but we're just hanging out, right? There's really no plan outside of that, because I have to go pick up Pepe from the airport at like midnight, basically. So we have like 7 hours to kill, or a few hours to kill. Not 7 hours anymore, but a few hours. But we'll probably be on for like at least an hour or two. Maybe not 2 hours, but at least an hour. We're waiting for Robert to come by. It's also kind of later in the day, and he's on East Coast hours technically, so he's operating differently. But yeah, we can brew coffees. I just have a bunch of Say coffees, and these are all coffees that you deal with anyway, so maybe we'll brew something different. But I'll wait until Robert comes here. We could talk a little bit about the San Pedro stuff. And then as we brew this, I think after that we can talk a bit about like some important things outside of the very important things that happen on this chat. Like, I don't know if people... Dude, why are you so... Bro.
All right.
You have to be careful. You don't want to get canceled here. You're gonna get canceled. You can't say the wrong things here. It's a public forum.
We'll stick to the In-N-Out secret menu. Hey Aaron, how you doing? Diego Bermudez is a nice man. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. Everybody's nice. Everybody's nice in coffee, usually, unless you're the wrong color, right? Then people are either really mean to you or I don't know. But you went. So today we went and got some burritos at a nice like Bay Area Mexican place. It's pretty good. And then we went to the Moonwake shop where we had your coffee. What did you think?
So the Moonwake shop was absolutely beautiful. The space, it's really nice. I love the entrance of light, and also like they had some beautiful plants inside, which was a surprise to see coffee plants all the way here. But it was truly like a really cool experience. Everybody was extremely nice. The coffee was perfectly done, in my opinion. We tried some other actually coffees like from Mikava, which was a carbonic maceration, which just wanted me to. It just inspired me even more to do carbonic maceration coffee. So it was an absolutely great experience. I also had one of the best burritos I've ever had. So that was really nice.
I have Indian coffee. I have like scary Indian coffee if you want to taste scary things. We also could brew. We could brew terrible version of your coffee for fun, if you want to taste that.
Let's start with Indian coffee.
Oh, this is probably gonna be good. Okay, I think Robert's here. We've been saved. Hello, Robert.
Dude.
We're streaming.
Hello, welcome to America again.
Welcome. He's been in America for the past. He's been here for a while. So, we're just hanging out. We're gonna brew. He has a sample from San Pedro that we'll brew, and then he wanted to talk a bit about producers and like younger people getting to coffee and staying, in the business and all of that, or maybe you shouldn't stay in the business, and all these different types of things. We can do many things right now. Are we doing the? See, people. That's a meme. People know it's the PNP. That one.
Oh
no.
No. Or we can do this. This was given to me by.
dude, this Bungles guy wants to get me cancelled.
Oh. Everybody is a friend.
Everybody is a friend.
The coffee might not be, but people are friends.
Don't brew any dude. This guy.
Yeah, no thermal shock. No infusion.
You respect it. I respect it. It's okay. It exists.
Have you? Oh my God! Have you used a Pietro before? Have you used this coffee grinder before?
Grinder.
Best hand grinder.
Do you want to play around with this coffee grinder?
He's strong.
So you got a 3D printed base.
Yeah, you found printed a base for me.
What a! I also have Kona coffees. I did.
heard.
These are good. These are actually good.
Have you had Hawaii?
Have you ever had Hawaii coffee?
No.
Here, wait, guys, let's brew more of these, because they were on the stream yesterday, and some guy in the Discord is actually an intern at one of the farms that we brewed coffee from.
Well, you brew it with a Pietro.
Yeah, we'll brew with the Pietro. So how about you guys try that? Okay, hold on, let's get the coffees out.
Sounds like every coffee internship is pretty fun.
Yes, the guy's like living on the farm, and this meter, or the elevation on some of these coffees is feet, by the way.
800 Fs.
800 feet. Yeah, it's not, it's like super
How
short.
low can you go?
So I have to look at the numbers here. Okay, maybe we'll brew Kona coffee.
Papaya. I think I've never had that variety before.
I have somewhere, but I don't really remember.
185.
Oh, there's the recent Glitch has now.
Who grows papaya?
Let me find it. I ordered it.
624. Okay, so these are these coffees here. Do you guys want to look here? Maybe let's brew more Kona since I have these here.
Okay.
These are Q score, by the way, I think. So we have
Not applicable to me.
geisha grown in Hawaii. We have, I don't know if you want to take a look at these. This was pretty good, the geisha. 1660 feet.
Oh, aroma nativo.
1800 feet. There's SL34. They even have yeast inoculated stuff from Hawaii. But we can try one of these, and then we can brew San Pedro. Or we can then brew Indian coffee. We also can brew more Finca Sofia. We want to brew Finca Sofia.
Favorite, Jose.
You want to pick one for fun, since you've never tried Hawaiian coffee before? And I happen to have all of these
This
here.
one.
This one?
The geisha.
Geisha? Okay, Hydro Honey Geisha. So this is the one where Sal, or somebody on my Discord, he's an intern at he helped pick these coffees. And then this guy, Eric, also in the Discord, he got these samples sent over. So that's pretty awesome. So it's like a very small community in Hawaii, but geisha grown in Hawaii. Say is brown, bro.
Separated by geography, united by social.
But this is geisha. Look at this is geisha grown in Hawaii. If you want to look at the coffees, and then this also roasted on santoker.
Oh.
Sample roasted on Santoker.
Which Santoker?
Q7, Q6,
Okay. They're using the
Q7.
Q series. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
But it's oops. It's okay.
How expensive could these possibly be?
These are also very expensive coffees. Yeah, because Hawaiian coffee is incredibly small yield, very low yields.
Even like mid-grade is 55 a pound green.
Yeah, very very expensive. But this is 86.
60 pounds.
86.
Yeah, very expensive. American labor.
And there are a lot of like labor laws and rules for the farmers apparently.
Huh.
I'll throw this elephant ear out.
Have you ever been to In-N-Out Burgers? No, but I went to Shake Shack, Five Guys. That's it. But Five Guys was really good.
But Five Guys and Shake Shack, you can get them in the East Coast.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why we go to In-N-Out
Yeah,
later.
I see.
Oh, do you want to go to IKEA after this? He's never been to IKEA, so
Okay.
we should go to IKEA and
One
then
meatball.
yeah. Well, we could go to
We can
IKEA.
discuss after.
Okay. Well, after we do, I was like, IKEA, then we go get dinner somewhere,
The
and
real
then
American
late at
experience.
night, and then late at night we go to In-N-Out. That's the plan. Okay, so you have to RDT with this thing, right?
No, you don't. It's a hand grinder.
Well, he's
It's
gonna grind. Is it set up for filter? What is it set up to?
Oh shoot. It is now.
Okay. Should I still RDT?
I think you should.
Look how big these beans are. Okay. All right. So this is the hack. You say
The grinder quality is good. Everything in between is suspicious. So good luck to you.
Okay.
You have to figure out how to do this.
God. Okay.
Oh, what's the stand?
This base is doing pretty
Yeah,
good.
the base is. So imagine you didn't have the base.
No, yeah, that. Alright, we should try it. Like, is
Try
it
it.
heavy?
And
It's
then
a
and then
magnetic.
this is where the coffee comes out. So don't drop that. Okay, here I'll brew. How should I brew this?
If you get frustrated, this is an approved stance.
What do you feel like? Yeah.
Dude.
Bros taking out the stuff will get to eat IKEA meatballs.
I love Costco.
Is there a Costco in Quito?
No, I wish. I would love some dried mangoes, dude.
Oh yeah, we were eating dried mangoes earlier.
Oh my god.
Has he had the
How
beef
much did you
jerky?
put here?
Does he want to try that good jerky if he hasn't had it before?
Turkey.
Give him the gold the.
Korean barbecue?
Well, I guess tomorrow we're going to Korean barbecue.
Yay!
So
Oh.
tomorrow we are going to Korean barbecue, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because so we shouldn't eat Korean food.
How much is in here? 12 grams?
15.
Oh, that's a lot.
But it's like light roast. I mean, that one's really good. I think this is really good.
What
You
is
should.
the Golden Island?
This is the Costco bread. Yeah,
Golden Island.
Well, it's not Costco brand,
but you can get it at Costco. Yeah.
Notes
but
of.
I mean, I think I like it. Or you can get the mangoes. Yeah,
This smells really strong.
I don't know if you want to eat you want to eat the whole thing.
There he goes.
Is this like this? Is this one pork or beef? This is pork. Pork. Yes, this is pork jerky.
This pork is so wet.
It's got sauce.
Pause.
Mr. UFO is in the chat. Should we brew with UFO then? Am I
Yeah.
obligated to brew with the
You guys put
UFO?
it in the stand the wrong way. You see, you have there's a divot on the other side.
So let's do it this way.
Yeah, it's for the handle.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what makes it easier. Oh no, we swapped hands.
Wait, is it working? Am I done? Oh, I think it's done.
You might have to spank it a little.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, there's more. So I did have some filters, I think, cut for UFO, but things are lost in.
Don't worry, you can fold it. I don't have fold it.
Okay, you fold a what? O2 filter for it?
Oh, 102.
I only have O2s now,
Okay,
so
that's fine. That's fine.
all right. You're gonna fold it for UFO. So fine, we'll use UFO then. Jay's here, so we gotta. Oh, he's got the, and then you rip it, right? Oh man, okay. He's got that origami skills here.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, all right.
It was really slow. Like, is Pietro really that slow?
Yes.
Unfortunately.
4 filter. Oh man.
Oh, did I not push it?
No, you have to push it in and then like you have to fold like.
Oh, okay. You have to fold it over.
Yeah.
Okay,
What
but
are
it
your
looks
guys'
fine.
favorite varieties?
It's okay. Yeah, you might
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
rip it a little bit more, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. Cool. Or I can always push this guy in.
I don't know what this one's called. Disputer?
Disputer.
Oh.
I called it like the disruptor, but then that doesn't sound right.
No, that's wrong. Yeah.
All right, let's give this coffee a smell. Hawaiian coffee.
Pineapples, lily core.
Yeah, this is Kona.
Is it like hard?
Is this how does this come off?
Oh.
Damn.
So this is Kona. So Kona to me, I really don't have much Kona, and I get like tropical milk chocolate, and to me this doesn't smell like how many feet above this? This is not that many feet above sea level. This is 1,660 feet above
Oh,
sea level. So
less than 6.
not even Massel, it's Fassel.
What is SB and PS?
Sharp, harsh, punishing, high clarity burrs.
What is that?
They're kind of similar to the burrs that I left their place.
So like, it gives out more.
All right, I'll brew with
More
mellow
clarity,
drip.
more-
We'll
higher
get
lows.
maximum clarity.
Maximum clarity. I like my clarity. I like
Oh,
when
this
it's
is
wrong, it's
this
really
is your
wrong.
cup still from before
you
Jose,
really put it really
and
fine.
then
Yeah.
there's some other cups. Okay, guys, I'll brew this.
How many times did Brian mention his grandmaster on Sleepy? Sleepy.
Oh, that's like Super Smash Brothers Melee. I'm a GM, by the way. I can't.
Manager?
I'm general manager. I just can't my rank now. Now I'm done. Now I quit the game.
Jay, you need to come to Ecuador. We need to go train.
Oh,
Why did it have color?
Climb the mountain.
No, he does MMA.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
Like the blue?
Go to your gym.
Yeah.
Oh, the camera.
all right. Watch me brew this correctly. Watch this be too high clarity.
How you been?
Busy.
See?
Now's the easy time.
You need to plan your trip back.
Yeah, we'll probably plan something together for.
Well, the other place.
There was a earthquake and then a tsunami warning today.
I get
did
excited for those. Like, oh,
What?
wow. We don't get weather. We don't get stuff.
I was driving up here. I was driving to the airport, and it was like, things might be slower because of the tsunami warning.
I got an email saying like from work saying everybody be mindful of each other in these possibly hard times. Nothing happened, so no mindfulness.
The first thing I got, like, I was on the plane, and I turned on, and my phone started vibrating, and everybody started.
Oh.
And I was like, oh fuck.
Okay, a little over 1:16 ratio. Let's see how this
The
tastes.
tsunami just fly up, right?
Yeah. It would just catch me.
We went to Boba. He's finally. I recorded a video of him tasting the tasting high-end boba.
Why are there strings attached?
Cause you have to.
It's
No,
for the
it's Chicha, it's
Instagram.
It's chicha.
Oh man.
So it's like Instagram, right? It's like a carrying handle.
No, but it's actually Chicha's pretty good here.
And yeah, it's good. I think this is like probably the best boba shop.
No,
in
you
the
guys should
Bay
have gone to
Area.
Molly. I told
Molly?
You. Yeah.
Should we get? Well, he wants to get more boba like across the trip.
Okay, you get Molly.
When you say you want to get Molly, you know it sounds very different than like you know.
Boba in the form of pills.
But yeah, like he was like, you should get Molly. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know, man. This guy's talking about some drugs.
You're gonna get canceled.
No, I'm not gonna.
Yes, Jay, you need to come to Ecuador. Guys.
Okay, All right. I think there's some cups. You guys, or just grab some cups.
Haven't been that cute guy standing right by me as I brew pour.
Oh my god, this is a shit post.
No, with
Oh, he already. This is Jose's cup from earlier. And then I guess you can give one of these to you. All right, Kona coffee brewed by me. This is Kona geisha. Geisha grown in Hawaii.
It's Kona geisha.
Kona geisha.
Oh.
This is hydro honey.
Oh no, not this. What is that?
Hydro honey and pulp dried. So this is natural hydro honey.
Oh.
1660 feet. Facile.
Oh, I see.
Brewed on UFO and Pietro. There's like you can taste like, there's this interesting profile with this. Whoa, you can't show so much skin.
Oh.
That's not. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna get demonetized
This
here.
is not appropriate for children.
It's not okay, man.
Let's get some of the India stuff.
Well, you want to brew the Indian coffee? Should we want to brew?
India from Fritz.
Do we want to brew this and then we do San Pedro?
Let's do it.
Okay, all right, we'll do this.
Yeah,
We shouldn't have this
that's
after
inclusive.
the San Pedro.
We'll have San Pedro at the end. I'm an inclusive coffee brewer. I
What are
brew
you-
all regions.
What are your guys' favorite origins and varieties?
Why is Ecuador your favorite origin?
Why is that good? I love California and Hawaii.
Oh.
Dude, California coffee is up and coming.
Okinawa.
Okinawa. Jesus. Okay, all right. So this was given by Kronos or some guy. If I don't know if you
Some guy.
some guy gave this to Howie, who then Howie handed this to me in New York. So it went from Canada to here, and then we have his. I'm giving that Lagom Casa to some guy.
Wow, what a
It's in
bargain.
the box now.
Is this a special India or is this a hilarious India?
Yes.
Remember how we had that beef jerky over there?
Woo! Harley S795. But S795. Right. Okay.
Oh,
Whatever.
That's not clean.
It's washed.
Not clean.
Okay.
Both can be true.
You guys are gonna get canceled. You can't say anything bad about these regions.
What? Not the Koreans?
The
Indians and the Koreans. Classic synergy. Dried fig, brown sugar, melon, walnut. It is
Hey, we're allergic to
a
nuts.
few months. Yeah, so it's a few months off roast.
Oh,
Oh, let's use the Pietro for
Again.
this. Let's use the Pietro for this.
I'm not doing that again.
This is I forget. I was gonna turn around. I was gonna use the 01, and then I realized I have this grinder here.
The wrong way. The wrong
No,
way.
isn't this the right way?
Because you want the divot on the. Isn't it on,
You want the divot to be
yeah,
on
Yeah, that's right.
this side?
No. You got it right. You got it right.
Okay.
What's ABG?
we'll
Who's
go
putting
outside
that?
later.
Who's putting
Who
that?
the fuck? What?
Hey, time out. Time
Oh
out.
my god! Brewed by Jay.
Time out.
Are there any of those in Korea?
American ones? I don't know.
You want American ones or like
No,
Korean ones?
But those are not. That's the wrong.
Juan Martinez.
Oh, Martinez here?
Time out.
Vamos Ecuador, carajo. You're from Ecuador too.
Oh, yeah. My passport is official.
I gotta lower the temperature by like a lot here.
Here, I'm gonna use a touchpad.
89.
Oh,
All
that-
the food is low temperature.
My tasting for you was what does it taste like? Stale cinnamon popcorn.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's what the coffee we're gonna brew.
that's not even.
So that was given by that guy, by that guy or some guy, Kronos.
Hey, you just mentioned his name so many times.
What? No, it was some guy. Excelsa is a varietal from India.
Is that it? Or
No, not this.
This one is just a normal.
This is like one of the Arabica varietals
Yeah.
from India. What do you guys think about this, the Hawaiian Kona?
I feel like I had a few months ago that was similar ones.
I think it's really interesting.
The herbal punch.
There is also a lot more acidity than you would expect when you
Yeah,
look at
yeah,
like
yeah.
a 16, such a low altitude coffee. What's your favorite coffee of the year? Boba Girls.
Boba girls, dude.
I don't know.
What do you mean, dude?
We'll point it out when we see it.
Will we see any tonight? Should we go to the right places?
Oh, no.
No,
For, to
not a, yeah.
my.
No, we're not going. We're not gonna go and pick up people from IKEA. Okay.
IKEA is a day spot here. FYI.
Yeah, truly run out of things to do in the Bay Area.
Coffee of the year.
What is the coffee of the year? I want to say Finca Sofia washed blend.
Is that the orange one?
Orange one. Yeah, did you brew that one?
Yeah.
I thought that coffee was incredible.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, very good. Hey, do you still have any of that left? I gave you those boxes.
Yeah, I only
Okay.
brewed 10 of each.
Okay, give me the rest of that coffee back.
Okay. Oh, I only brewed 5 grams of each again.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, good agree for the Hamasha dry fermented honey. On cupping,
Really?
On cupping, it was a fucking.
This coffee.
Which one?
Hamasho dry fermented honey.
Give
Yeah.
me the bag.
Hey, how come
So
you're
I taste like
you
the
can't
coffee
have
every
that?
single
That's
day. It's
fermented.
crazy.
Hey. I also have traditional honey hamasho.
I bought this one actually.
Yeah, this came in the sub. This
Yeah.
coffee's been
Oh,
really
I
nice.
bought it- I bought
There's
it
like a
retail.
really interesting peach ring quality to
Yeah,
it.
that one's pretty good. How about the? No, I think this year was which Avery started this year or was all of them this year?
Aviar, yeah.
Like I thought 04 was very good.
I really like 09.
Oh god, I can't keep track of numbers.
The 04 is my favorite. Over 09, 09 is the recent one, right? The most recent
Yes.
one. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
like
We'll
04.
do this, and then we'll do your coffee, and then we can talk about serious things.
Great grinder for streams because it takes so long.
Stretches it out.
It's content.
I mean the grind quality is pretty good though with the brewers.
The Indian coffee.
It's not too dangerous.
See, if you have
spicy.
nothing else to do, you can hit the insert ads button.
It's like nutmeg.
You can have the power to insert ads.
Make money.
Wait,
and
this,
make
this
money.
one smells like nutmeg.
Oh yeah, it's a spice.
Yeah.
Was Hamasha has been awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, Hamasha is
Sure.
good.
Sure. Yeah.
Did you wash the filter?
Yes. Well, this is the one I was gonna use earlier.
Oh no, I meant did you wash the previous one? I see.
Yeah. Because that was the one I wanted to use before.
No, I mean you're not. You're not reusing the filter.
No.
Oh, I see. I thought you were reusing it.
I think there was 15 grams in here. Now I don't remember. I think it was 15 grams.
Can I get some more?
You want some more Kona?
Yeah, Kona geisha.
Kona geisha is just like, really interesting. Never.
It's a lot sweeter now.
You should try more of it.
Sweeter, but the aftertaste is still kind of funny.
There's like a nuttiness or milk chocolateness
Yeah.
to it that I now associate with a lot of Kona coffees.
The presentation is inverted from what I'm used to.
Yeah.
Yes, this is 15 grams.
Yeah.
It's a shame that Brian already drank the truly dangerous beans I sent Howie. A greenhouse of flowers tasting no CO2 CM.
Aren't you doing CM this year?
Not this year. I wanna try. I'm gonna do it as clean as possible, but I wanna make a bomb, dude.
Whoa! You can't be saying that on stream. You can't be. You're gonna get me demonetized. You can't be
You're
saying.
gonna get banned.
You're gonna get banned,
A
dude.
bomb of flowers and like.
Yeah,
really
there you
cool
go.
coffee.
A bomb of flowers.
Acid bomb.
Yeah. Well, I was like, whoa. Hold up.
Banana hammock underwood.
Okay, here we go.
Abuya.
Classic synergy from Fritz. Let's hurt ourselves.
Hey, you can't be packing Desmond on Fritz.
Yes, I can.
There's no problem with Fritz.
Yes, there is.
You're cancel it.
I have Fritz merch. I was like, Fritz, that poster there is from Fritz. We got the Fritz bag.
You're gonna get banned from going to Korea.
It's not a good time to go to Korea anyway, so. All right, classic synergy sent from some guy.
You're saying classic synergy. What is it?
So classic synergy is this Indian coffee from Fritz. It says Hardly S795 Arabica washed from Manjarabad, India, 1,000 meters above sea level.
Meters.
Yes, meters. And it's dried fig, brown sugar, melon, and walnut. It's also old.
Is this a joke on it? Harley. Oh.
No, what do you mean? Is there-
Harley.
What do you mean it's a joke?
So
this is a
other thing-
serious thing. What are you talking about?
It's a Harley 795.
No. This is a serious business here.
What's classic synergy?
You know, it's like they call their coffee like Soul Cinema, Old Dog.
Oh, you drink it.
Fucking good, dude.
Woo! Woo!
This is when you replace like fax machine or printer cartridges. There's this like synthetic quality of plastics you shouldn't be breathing.
That's what this tastes like.
Yeah, it kind of has like the when you like lift the like those envelope things.
Oh yeah.
Stamps.
Yeah.
Knows the stamps. It's good.
All right.
Chemicals.
Sweetness.
You know, there's sweetness. There's like chocolate. All right, I'm
That's the
gonna.
wrong one, right? Oh.
No. This is Kona Geisha.
Oh no, I was.
You
trying to
you
get
wanted
that-
more classic. You wanted more.
Now we're getting the real questions, dude. How are the Tinder prospects in the Bay compared to the NYC, dude?
That's a hairy question.
No, that's worse. According to that,
It's worse, right?
Brian's worse.
Because the ratio is flipped,
But you
right?
can't-
Wait. Sorry, what was the question?
Like the Tinder prospects.
Oh no,
in the
he's
Bay.
asking Jose.
But like,
Are you on? Are you on
Jose.
Tinder?
I'm
Are
not,
you?
dude. I don't think chicks dig coffee producing guys, you know. But
Oh.
we'll get him
feels
next time,
bad.
dude.
We'll get him next time. Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
This is more of a question for Brian for sure.
No, this is a question for Harry. Because I told Harry to change his dating profiles all to New York, and I was like, you're gonna get matches, and he didn't believe me, and he did it, and he got matches.
Well, that's not.
He didn't believe.
Abu Panama. I would love to try coffees from Abu. I haven't tried his coffees, but I've met him and he's really nice.
Well, who? Abu?
Abu?
Yeah, Abu.
Which
I've
is
heard.
not his real name, right?
Yeah, it's not his
I
real
can't
name.
remember what his name is.
But Abu, it's not his name. Is his farm or
Okay.
whatever?
All right. Let's brew San Pedro now.
Okay, is this one?
Yeah. Okay. So tell us a bit about this coffee.
All right, so this pretty much on San Pedro what we've
Come
been doing
here.
for like the past, well, ever since I got hold of the farm, is pretty much being on a consistent level of wash coffees. Pretty much they're all also typica mejorado, every single one of them, because that's the only variety that we have. I'm doing them fully washed, so what I'm trying right now to understand correctly about San Pedro, it's the uniqueness of the profile itself. San Pedro, it's a zone that is actually has a really cool story, which was that it used to have
Default, this is for your phone.
thousands of years ago. There's material and that shows that they used to have furnaces to burn metals there years ago, and so. But well, what I'm going with this is that for now I'm experimenting with how San Pedro behaves on a wash level. Next year I'm gonna try and start doing actually oxidation process on San Pedro. Well, San Pedro is pretty much the process is quite simple, to be honest. So we got the cherries. I always try to keep the cherries as a carmesy color as possible, and then it's just doing a pretty normal fully washed process. I don't leave them on tanks for no time. They go straight to the, I don't know how you say this in English, but like the thing that removes the skin, the mucilaginadora.
The
Depulper. Depulper, yeah. Then they go straight to beds. I'm still struggling a little bit in terms of infrastructure since the farm is quite new, but yeah, for now I'm just trying to understand how it behaves throughout also like certain temperatures and certain changes of weather, which are really prominent too, especially on the zone that we are. It is definitely like a new challenge and a really interesting one, since it's extremely different than La Soledad in terms of weather. They are like completely different. Pretty much the difference is that one is a beautiful humid forest that rains all the time. The other one is scorched Mars. It looks like Mars, and it's obviously beautiful as well. It's just like the plants there, when they take their time to grow up, because they have to fight against extremely hard soil and extremely hard conditions. But if they get settled, we have seen that they're like plants on steroids, you know, because they've grown on the harshest terrains, so they have heart in it, which I love. It's just like, for now, I'm practically beginning from zero because everything that I learned about coffee harvesting has changed a lot, has changed drastically because changing from this weather to another one, especially when it's such a big change, like from really humid to really dry, it definitely humbles the shit out of you. I don't know if I can cuss, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you can.
It humbles you, you know? So it's been a really cool experience. The coffee is obviously not where it's gonna be at the highest point, but I like to say it's like the lowest it will ever be. So it will just keep going up from what we are right now, which I feel like it's a really interesting profile. I really like the fact that it's just the purest expression of the terroir because it's just fully washed. This is what you get. And from there, start building onto more, maybe mainly what I'm gonna try and do is just upgrade the facilities. The processing, I'm just getting a little bit like in tune to make the teoxy, but I would love to just stick to fully washed and just keep building better facilities for the farm itself. And yeah.
So this is one of the coffees from San Pedro, like very recent harvest, or?
Yeah, this is pretty much one of the last harvest. So it's one of the best lots in my opinion. This is actually the one that's going to sell. It's one of the best lots that we've had this year. So I'm actually really excited. The coffee needed a little bit of rest, but I feel like now it's just going to get on its peak. This is roasted on sample roast. It's still not lowering, but yeah, I tasted it once. It's a really good profile. I would love to hear like your feedback on it.
We'll taste it.
Honest feedback as always.
Okay. Did you want to brew more of this tomorrow with people, or
just like I don't know how much
Don't
there
brew all
is
of it
here.
right now.
Oh, here. Let's see. Let's just see how much is in here. Oh, there's plenty.
That's
Yeah.
enough.
There's enough for tomorrow. Okay, we'll brew.
Let's do like 1 or 2 batches for tomorrow, right? Like
Yeah.
one big batch
We'll
or
just
something.
we'll do like a little 15.
Yeah, 15 is good.
Yeah.
So some questions about this stuff. How do you decide what is the first process you should do? Like, what is a good? You're effectively sample producing.
Yeah.
Right. Like, how do you decide if you use some natural, some washed?
Like why did I decide to choose washed?
Yeah.
So me personally, I enjoy washed coffees the most. I feel like achieving a not funky or not processing natural is a deed that it's truly magnificent and like incredible. So a clean natural, it's an incredible coffee, but I feel like washed is the best definition of terroir that you can be. It's the most pure definition of also like what work you put into the plants, because the plants need to be with the correct soil, with the correct conditions, and mainly it just forces you to also be as perfect as you can on the drying part, because you can't rely on like the fermentation to give you fruity flavors. You need to get them out of the beans with carefulness and like with just pure dedication. And that's why it's good that San Pedro right now is not as big as it is gonna be in a few years, because I'm able to like experiment more, as you're saying, with other processings. But I do think it's just gonna still be like a pretty fully washed coffees until I discover the secret prep recipe to doing clean naturals, which is a dream. But yeah.
Okay, so we'll brew some of this. Should we? Should we? Oh,
No, don't do that.
okay. We'll 01 it. Should we push the? This is the. Is this the profile that they use for the most of the sample
Yeah,
roast?
the
Oh,
roast.
okay, so this is the roast one. Okay, so I guess we could push this kind of hard.
Just put it at 100 degrees.
No, we'll do 98.
So when you do these like sample iterations, how big of a chunk is that usually?
So for now, pretty much everything that is going, so let's say we get 90 kilos of green coffee, I'm doing everything purely washed. Nothing is, for now, at least this year, it's just everything gonna be fully washed. Next year we're gonna start experimenting. But for example, the lot that Say got, if I'm not mistaken, it's around 90 kilos, a little bit less maybe. But yeah.
So all the processing stuff has to commit to the full lot.
Yes.
Oh.
Especially like since right now I'm not trying to do anything else, but the lots, for example, that I'm gonna try and do in La Soledad next year, like carbonic maceration, and like I was telling Brian this, I want to make a process called syrup, which is like not honey but similar to a honey, because honeys are a fucking pain in the ass to deal with. but yeah.
Smells like a San Pedro coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
I can win. to
There's
drink
like
this.
usually a brown sugar component to a lot of San Pedro coffees to me, like sweet, delicate,
Summer melody.
summer melody. Yeah.
When you did the typical mejorado at San Pedro come from Soledad?
No, it came from actually, well, it came from Suria, which is the neighbor, or like the sister farm of San Pedro, and those plants came from the zone of La Papaya.
Oh.
Not
And
La Papaya farm, the
and
zone of La Papaya.
does it matter?
I would say if you're planting new trees, it's definitely extremely important because, and that's the thing that it's kind of sad also on the zone that I've seen. I don't know if it's like that in other countries, but I've seen a lot of farms where they get like say like this is geisha or this is typica mejorada, and it just ends up being not that. So you grow and spend 4 years of your life giving everything to this plant, and it doesn't even turn out to be the variety. And the worst case also a scenario is that the plant just dies, because if the plant is, certain plants need certain types of treatments to them. So what I've seen a lot and what happened is that there was a little lot that was already planted in San Pedro, and the plants were not growing, were struggling hardly. And so we checked, we started checking the plants, and let's say 5 out of 10 plants had a crooked root system. So the root system of coffee should always be pointing down and completely linear. If it starts going like ways and like zigzagging, that's terrible. The plant will die because the absorption of minerals will not be correct. And also like the root system, especially on the dry lands of San Pedro, needs to be correctly placed. So that was pretty disappointing because we had to kill a lot completely because we didn't even know what it was. So what we're gonna do is that we've been struggling a lot also in Ecuador with a drought. So if it was really, really dry, it's even more dry now. So a lot of lots have actually died, which was really sad. But we have decided to pretty much stop for a bit and trying to get some rain going. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to firstly get some typica mejorado seeds from the plants of the sister farm directly, because we got them, the other ones, some are from the sister farm, some are other from La Papaya, but just pretty much gonna go with the sister farm seeds. And I wanna get some, so we got Panama geisha at La Soledad, which is a new thing that's coming out. I wanna get some of those seeds and put them on San Pedro, so I can have 2,200 meters geisha growing. So that could be cool.
Yeah, the video that, so unfortunately, we tried all the
all the
seeds. Unfortunately, the SD card for my thing failed, so
No,
we
they
lost
taste
that
different.
video. Yeah, they taste different.
They do.
Yeah, so like all the different varietals, even though they're grown in like the same area and they're handled quite similarly, the actual fruits taste differently. So we'll shoot that video. We'll try that video again.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we couldn't put that video up
Next year.
next year. But there's still like a bunch of videos that I shot, like the drone videos.
We'll eat the cherry, keep the seeds in our mouth,
Yeah.
fly back to America, and then spit them out here.
Oh yeah, like some of that stuff. There's still like 100 gigs of video footage that I haven't gone through yet. But this coffee is smelling really nice. And this is one of the final harvests of San Pedro.
Pretty much
for this year. Well, it's the end of the year anyway. So,
Okay.
And then next year we'll see more coffees from San Pedro. So hopefully Robert and I will be going there, depending on whatever your schedule is like.
Yeah, Robert.
Oh yeah.
Much drier and slow growing there, yeah, for sure.
And those are farms. Those are good farms. Yeah, for sure. That's actually a really big part of like high altitude growing coffee, because it takes a shit ton of work. Let's say, for example, when we planted the new trees, the plant itself with the root system including, it will be like maybe as this big. The hole that we had to do was with a depth of maybe this big, and with a width like this big. So that was
Oh, here, we'll just rinse some of these out.
extremely hard,
Mhm.
but it even keeping the plants alive is extremely hard because they fight for their lives literally until they get a corrected employed root system. Thank you so much. So that's really important.
This one yours.
And yeah, it for sure actually has a lot of in common with high altitude Peruvian coffees. And actually, San Pedro, it's relatively near to Peru border, so that actually really makes a lot of sense. And Peruvian coffees are like hidden gems. And like, I'm gonna say something crazy, but we had some. I tried some Peruvian geishas, which I said I would argue that are like on par with Panama geishas easily.
Yeah. I mean, this year, at least from Say, there were some really strong Peruvian geishas, like
Hell
the
yeah.
Mario, Asorza.
It's not easy to find. I've been
Yeah.
looking for it.
Yeah, there are like a lot of. I mean, it's just like, you know, people grow geisha, but obviously, depending on what happens in the chain and how they harvest it, as Jose was mentioning, right? This changes everything.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is San Pedro. We brewed it. I feel like I pushed this coffee pretty hard, even though it's sample roast. So hopefully we'll be able to taste everything out of this. But you know, you only get to taste San Pedro so many times out of the year. At least well, maybe Robert and I got to taste San Pedro a little more than anybody else in the world
Higher than the
outside
average.
of Jose, because we got to go there and taste a lot of San Pedro coffees. And
But what is this? Geisha or no?
no, this is Typica Maharado. Very, yeah.
There's-
Clean, very clean,
Mhm.
soft acidity. I gotta let this cool down more.
A little bit.
Tastes festive.
Very festive.
Everyone
Maybe it's
likes
that time of the year.
It's like
I feel like there's some,
mintiness, peppermint.
I want to say lime acidity that probably will come out. I do find a lot of Typica Maharados coming from you guys to be, you know, more like tropical skewing or green zest. I have very old
Oh,
San
it's
Pedro
zesty.
somewhere here. You want to taste
From
very
last
old.
stream.
Oh,
And then I still have some of the collab coffee, but it's old collab coffee.
which one's? What do you mean the old one?
Oh, this is like
Kyle, how you
Old.
The
doing?
one with your face?
Yeah.
The one that Brian
yeah, this
Palmer?
is that one. Yeah,
Okay.
so this is the old one. I still have a dose of
You
it.
guys want to sign it?
Oh, I
No.
wait, I have this. Mine's in the freezer.
Yeah, because I had to give my box to his dad.
Oh,
I had to
yeah.
give my box and end up, so I don't have the box anymore.
But you still want? Wait.
I do want the box.
Oh.
If you have the box, then I can put it behind
no,
there.
I was gonna give it to him, but not to
You
you.
put the box back here. I still need the card. I
Okay,
don't.
okay,
I don't know if
maybe-
you have any more of the cards.
Like
I
the Cedro one?
Yeah.
I have one.
Okay. I would like one later
I
on.
can say, yeah.
Yeah, we can work that.
Okay, but let's let this cool down and taste it.
Yeah, so yeah, this coffee it's definitely like a really clean, which I'm really happy about. It does have like a lot of sweetness to it. I would for sure aim and keep aiming for way more complexity on the acidity. I feel like it just falls a little bit onto like softer side.
Mhm.
I would like also like a little bit more of like a bodyful coffee, a bigger coffee. But yeah, it all comes with like age and maturity of the plant,
Mhm.
which is also like a thing that you just need to wait. But I'm actually excited. I feel like it's there. At least the processing will get even better, and so that will also, I think, clear up a little bit more of the coffee.
Yeah.
I feel like it could get a little bit foggy.
Mm. So this specific coffee we're tasting, how old is the plant for this?
It's 5 to 6.
5 to 6. Okay.
So it's just starting to really get into the mature age. But I feel like, yeah, it's a clean cup. And I'm more basing around the fact that I know this is the worst it's gonna be.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, that was the thing is when Say released the San Pedros at the beginning, we tasted them on a stream, and I was like, you know, this is literally like already really good for a first release of these young plants, and the potential is there, right? You're tasting the potential, and for a lot of this, right, even though, you know, you could make the argument, like this is the challenge right now, I think, with a lot of coffee consumers is like, if you are buying coffees based purely off flavor notes or pricing and all of that, right, and you're not digging a little deeper, like when you look at a coffee, or, you know, some of the coffees coming from Pepe and Jose, you'll be like, oh, you know, they're definitely on the pricier side, but there's a reason and there's a story. And for a lot of people who dug a bit deeper into San Pedro, they're like, wow, this is, you know, there's a reason why it costs this much money. and you're buying it to kind of support this story. And of course, the coffees are going to get better. That's just how it is. But I think this is already tasting pretty good. Like for me, I'm like, wow, this is incredibly clean. I do think it would be better if it was a Sidra though.
Oh, you both like Sidras.
Yeah, we're Sidra fans.
I like Sidra. Yeah, because like that's the thing is like typica Marado. I think is like too clean.
Oh,
maybe it's too boring.
Clean?
Too
That's
clean.
possible.
Well, like Sidra has this oomph to it. There's like the dynamics, the punchiness from Sidra. I know there's like sometimes a little bit of minty or herbalness from Sidras, but the Sidras, and that's why we did the Sidra for this one, is because there's like for the previous collab it was like oomph.
Yeah, it had some like a slap of like really good like matcha and like lime acidity to it. It was really good.
Like where I'm tasting like I'm like I taste the processing here. I'm like, oh, it's really really clean, but you do get the softer acidity of typica Mejorado, which to me it's fine, but I think a Sidra would be more interesting. But this is a very tasty cup, clean, sweet, delicate.
Yeah.
I think the interesting thing is still to talk a little bit about is like intensity. Is like I do think some people like there's a lot happening here because it's a very delicate coffee, and that's like what you're looking for. But I do know a lot of people like intensity. They like loudness, right? But this is a slight different presentation of that.
Yeah. Yeah, and at the end of the day, what you want to achieve more than like, you want to leave a, like my way of seeing coffee, especially on San Pedro right now, is that you want to leave like a mark apart from having like 89 beautiful 90 plus coffee. You want to leave like a mark on like also the community that helps you out on, because dude, it's crazy the amount of like hardships that every process of farming in every place takes. But like in San Pedro it's crazy in the way, for example, when you dig the holes on the ground, I would usually do it with a 20-pound metal bar, because if you use a normal shovel it would just break. So when we were doing the holes, I would stick like, and I would fucking go hard as shit, and I would go like this, like I would do one hole, and people it's like how they adapt to the environment that they've grown into is beautiful. Because have you seen like the movie Dune, where they like move like a certain like like they know how to like move, and the people there is actually the same, they use the work they do, it's so mastered that it's beautiful to see, and yeah, like you can get as like cursey I don't know, like cliche as possible, but like what you want to do actually with all of this is just leave like a positive mark, at least in the community. And that's why I did this at Chicago, and I'm gonna do it now, is that I'm gonna tell Brian that he needs to come to Ecuador and we need to record videos on that. But I also want to take Brian to one of the things that I want to do in Ecuador, which is, I was talking to Brian a little bit about this, and I'm putting him on the spot so he comes again, like I did in Chicago. I'm just gonna tell him like what I want to do is I want to go to a school, specifically in the Intag part, because in San Pedro I'm still trying to get more involved into the community. But in La Soledad there's multiple schools where I actually went to school as well. I spent 1 year studying in the public schools in Intag Valley, and it was a beautiful place. It was a
place we stopped by.
That was one of the schools I went to.
Okay.
And so what I want to do is I want to firstly bring Brian, and you need to come as well.
I got some for camera.
And what I want to do is I just want to show like young people, because I think that agriculture is a thing that it's just gonna start to slow down and like not die, because we fucking need that, but like it's just gonna start to slow down. And to be honest, in Ecuador, agriculture is seen as something that it's like a not dishonorable profession, but it's a profession where you are aimed and like you're almost certain to not have a very very decent living, which is absolutely sad and absolutely stupid, because agriculture and like produce is the spine of like the world, so what I want to do is I want to show people my age, people younger than me, that you can be a producer and you can achieve a successful and like not just being able to afford things, which is like for me extremely stupid. There's a stigma that like you need, as a farmer, you need to always be like just like and it's a difficult subject to explain, but what I want to get out to, like, for example, the kids in Intact Valley, is that you can be an agriculture and have a decent living and be able to travel the world and be able to achieve beautiful things, and not just being able to like live and have a nice house, you know. And that's why coffee should be about, like, it's just about community, it's about growth in every part of the process, not just in roasting, not just in like the home enthusiast part, but at the end of the day, what we want is more beautiful coffee produced by happy people and for happy people. And we achieve that throughout a beautiful way of doing things, paying farmers for their hard work and just showing people and showing kids that you can be happy being a producer and not being miserable and living paycheck to paycheck, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a topic that is really sensitive and like really difficult to explain, but we will make a video on that.
Yeah.
In the farm.
Yeah, and we can make. Well, we can talk more about that today, or we can talk about more about that across the next few days. I think it's a very interesting social dynamic, economic, like coffee. At least depending on who you spend time with in the coffee world, you'll find that it is a global. There's a lot of challenges
The
in
coffee
coffee.
is the least important part.
Yeah, like V coffee is the least important thing. You know, if you talk to Lance, right, he'll tell you about how the world is falling apart with coffee. But there are a lot of these like very, I would say, honestly, very sensitive and touchy subjects to talk about. I know, you know, in the current trend that a lot of people have observed on the specialty end is that there are a lot of younger coffee producers, or you know, people who are doing these farms, like they don't want to pass that life onto their children, right? And then they, you know, like they're working this hard so that they can send their kids to, like, you know, the U.S. or to other places so they can escape coffee farming. But you know, you're one of the few that have stuck around. But also, is this something you really want to do in the long run, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, right? And yes, no, it's going to depend, and that's the kind of, you know, interesting thing that we can explore more. Maybe over the week, if this is an interesting topic, we can talk more about that. Maybe we should still do a video on it at some point.
For sure.
Just like talking about that, because it is, you know, you see all these different studies from people like, oh, you know, these are the producers who are losing X whatever each year, and less and less people are taking up the trade. But it's good to get kind of that story from someone who is actually, you're kind of living in this mist of it, where you could go one direction, you could go all coffee, or you could leave coffee, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing that also for me it's really important to do this like project at schools in producing communities, is that me personally, I don't even know if, like, let's say in the next 7 years I'll be in coffee, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And at least what I want to do is I want to leave my mark in this beautiful world, because it has given me so much in every sense of the word. Like, I'm right now I was working in the best city in the world. No hot take. Like, I love New York, and now I'm freaking in the Bay Area with my friends and like drinking some of the best coffees. And I'm truly grateful for coffee, and I want to be able to give it back to the community, in the sense that I just want to live empowered and happy producers, so that if I leave, I will have, like, I know in my soul that I gave back a little bit of the percentage that coffee has given me, you know? So it's definitely a task that needs to be done, and I won't stop being in coffee until I achieve that, because that's the goal. Yeah.
Beautifully said. Very. It's always a challenge to think about the future, but I'm brewing the Hamasho dry fermented honey,
Oh, is that what
so
you're doing?
we can wrap up
Yeah.
tasting this coffee. Because, like, it's really funny. The guy comes all over here and he just has to drink the stuff he has to work with every day. Oh yeah, we'll go to IKEA.
Did you try this, Robert?
No.
The
Maybe-
Hamasho dry honey.
It was maybe in another stream.
I don't think so. I don't believe you
so.
tried this
Oh,
coffee.
then I haven't.
I think this coffee is really good. So this was really popular at the cafe.
This is how this works.
We can talk about the existential crisis that the industry faces every single day. You can spend hours and hours talking about this stuff, right? But yeah, there are a lot of topics like, should farmers have to live a very simplistic life? There are a lot of optics with that. All these different types of things.
Yeah.
Very complex subjects to talk about.
I like Sidra, but ashy notes bug me. Fair enough, yeah.
Skill issue somewhere.
I get ashy across
I
different
don't know
roasters.
where.
I mean, he can try reducing the extraction.
For brewers, there's like different ways to do it, right?
Yeah,
Max
yeah.
clarity, max body, and then roasters can dial for acidity and sweetness.
Yeah.
As a producer, are there like keywords or things you're aiming for? Of like, I'm gonna grow with the aim of achieving this flavor result.
Yeah. So the way of doing things in La Soledad, sometimes it varies in the sense that we could be doing a better job at tracking what we do on each coffee. So that's something that next year is gonna also change a lot, in the sense that it's as easy as creating an Excel sheet and just putting temperature, time, moving. It's just pretty simple stuff, that we just lack because there's so much to focus on that it sometimes you just lose part of it. But I would love to be able to replicate coffees better. I feel like the volatile aspect of like some coffee having these notes and these notes, it's beautiful because but you're also playing with fire at the same time, especially if you are like a farm that doesn't produce much coffee. So that's why I also want to start playing around with processing little lots, because what I want to buy for the farm in La Soledad is I want to buy like a cylinder type thing of stainless steel with controlled temperature inside for fermentation, so I can do like very little lots of like 5 to 10 kgs on different temperature times for example, let's say the Teoxy. So I can achieve like a little bit more of like a stable profile and then move on to further or like to other profiles as well. I would love to be able to replicate like the same coffee over and over. I know that if I do that, it could also become and get to be like a little bit boring, because you taste the same thing all the time. But that's why it's beautiful to be able to explore new processings in the sense of like carbonic maceration, like honeys, and not just. No, I'm joking. I would never do that, but like I respect.
But you
it.
could.
I'm not.
No.
You have the power.
I'm not,
he
dude.
He has the
I'm
power
never doing
to
that.
to you know.
Power, responsibility.
I would-
Yeah, the power.
I would get disowned, dude. But yeah, I could see some like smokiness or like on Cidras. I think that herbality is just like the thing. I feel like it's a very herbal profile, like green profile. In my opinion, I really like that profile, but I could see like it being a little bit more. You would like with anything, like you like natural processes because of the fruitiness, and you like this variety because of florals. Does he want to bring the bees to take home, dude? Don't even.
Kimchi co-ferment, dude. You could bring like a bunch of goofy stuff.
So where you are right now, are you more interested in trying different flavor outcomes or trying to get the best of the one specific thing you like?
Again, can you say that again?
Are you exploring different profiles you can achieve right now?
Mhm.
And like having fun trying this versus like, oh, I know what I want and I want to get the best version of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep trying the same thing but trying to make it better.
So my let's say enthusiasm to try new processing comes from the fact that I got to think a little bit, and I was like, I love Teoxy, I love the processing, I love wave as well, but I also think that there's nothing bad in just trying new things, in the sense that I feel like, especially, and that's why I love Say so much, because throughout tasting these different coffees, I fell in love with, for example, honey. I tasted the Hamashu dry fermented honey, and it absolutely blew my mind away. So I was like, fuck, I should do this. I should try this, And I don't want to replicate. It's not gonna be replicate the exact coffee that is, because that coffee has this context and we have this context. But it just enthusiasms me a lot just to be able. Hide that shit, dude. We don't want.
You said toasty sidra, right? Charcoal sidra. Don't worry about it.
But
Don't worry about it.
And for example,
Unnamed coffee.
tasting carbonic maceration coffees, which I've tasted three, two by Jameson Savage and one today of Mikava. It's a really interesting profile that I feel like I just love the fact that you are able to play around coffee fermentation with little details. You can change the coffee a lot. And yeah, for me, like the aim, it is on natural coffees, but the sense that you need to be able to, for me, the perfect coffee is like a clean natural. When I mean clean, it's like it has these beautiful notes of like fruitiness, but it's not funky. You can't feel the process at all. It just has this sparkling and brightness to it that is beautiful. I love those types of coffees, but I've stick to wash coffees because of the fact that I'm really not sure yet of how to do like proper good naturals, and not much people on the planet know how to do so. But yeah, it's throughout just tasting. Like I'm truly excited for next year because I will have a little bit more also like space on the farm to just start tasting new shit, and it's gonna be beautiful. I hope I don't make a flower bomb, and I hope it will be beautiful.
You started to touch on this earlier. Like, what is annoying about honey? Like, how come you're not doing a bunch of honeys?
We want to taste the last of the San Pedro.
A little bit.
Oh, this one was San Pedro, right?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna taste toasty Sidra.
Because to us nerds, like washed, honey, natural, they are all equal difficulty.
Yeah. So growing different types of doing different types of processing depends a lot on like the temperatures, the weather changes, and the thing is like let's say for example, like we used to make honeys, or we used to try honeys before trying the weight naturals, and it's just a pain in the ass because we made the honeys and we left the mucilage for too long, and we didn't even wash it to any point. So what would happen is we would put the copies on the bag, we would take the bag out, and it felt like Minecraft blocks. So you throw on the bed, and a Minecraft block, like solid ass block, just fell on the bed, and you had to fucking punch the shit out of it, and like, open it up, and it was just like a mess. And we didn't even have, this was years ago when La Soledad was like just going down, you know, so we didn't even know what we were doing, to be honest. And I know that after tasting that honey, which I haven't tasted honeys in a while, I feel like, oh fuck, this is actually really, really amazing. So I also, when we did honeys, I was like 15, 14, so pretty much I don't remember much of that. So yeah.
So that's the last of the San Pedro. Now, it's really opened up.
It reminds me of those peppermint candies.
Oh, it's like the ones you eat after.
Yeah.
The candy sugar, a little bit of mintiness.
Yeah, that's the thing that I still think about San Pedro coffee is still the sweetness level, very, very high.
Sugary.
You should smell this.
Smell that.
You should smell that. It can't possibly be. We're not today.
What the fuck is that?
It's just pre-made coffee.
State probably a better season.
Jameson CM is clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's a
The mask
fucking
filters.
amazing, beautiful coffee. Yeah, pretty much. It's a biodynamic process. It depends also like let me think about this question. What is this? It's a piece of your shirt, dude.
No, it's favorite filter.
It's for coffee.
There's a video that we shot about the processing. Like Pepe actually talks about the processing like quite meticulously. I just haven't gotten around to that video. I just forgot. It's too many videos, man. I'm a live streamer now. I don't make videos.
You need to publish all of them.
There's so many videos to publish. I have like the drone one where I'm like I can narrate the drone tour
Oh, yeah, we
of
had
a
a
place. We had a walk, yeah. I think the walk is like way too shaky to upload.
So right now you're like, oh, CM, maybe possible. Maybe I'll do this too. But when you hear about new processes, like what's going through your brain when you think about you might want to do it too?
But like what processing? Like
Like, can you backwards figure out like, oh, how I should do it on my farm? Or, like how much time it's gonna take to experiment, iterate, how much cherry it's gonna take to do this kind of thing. Like, does it feel easy? Does it feel very difficult?
so like it is gonna be extremely difficult to adapt new processing, especially if I want to follow like, for example, let's use the dry fermented honey as an example. If I want to follow, I couldn't follow that exact same plan because of the, for example, the temperatures that are done or that they have at the farm. I'm pretty sure there must be more stable than Ecuador weather, and it's pretty much also dependable a lot on like temperatures at night, which is also one of the most important things because especially we used to have a very big problem with leakages of air and like on the darkroom that we had that now we actually remodeled and it's beautiful with AC controlled now environments, which is gonna be absolutely beautiful. It's just that there were some leakages of humidity. There were also some dead spots that received no air. So we used to have we used to be just like 10 times more meticulous and moving the coffee every single day for like numerous times. But there's all these little things that is just gonna be like my dad had to do for like 10 years. We just try and error. And that's why I'm gonna be doing very, very small lots. Apart from the fact that I need to create an anti-maceration tank, which is extremely difficult. So that's gonna be
anti-maceration.
Oh no.
Dude, I'm gonna create an antimatter coffee, and like then, what I do want to get is just like these big cylinders of like temperature controlled stainless steel barrels, so I can. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes on fermentation, but I also want to do a better. Pretty much just a better brewing facilities, but well. That's in talking about La Soledad. In San Pedro, I'm just going to stick with T-Oxy, which is a method that I know and I can control a little bit better, especially because it's a little bit more easier to predict the weather in San Pedro. And so it will be a little bit easier also to like not be every time so stressed about if it's going to rain or if it's going to start. Well, you saw like the minute decisions, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think, I still think like, what was interesting is still like the real-time decision making on some of the coffees is like you'll be like, okay, this one I feel like it is stronger.
There's a cloud there, so we'll do it.
Yeah, there's a cloud there. The sun's shining this way. All right, let's make this one into a natural, or let's make this one into, let's then like wash it for this number. I mean, I think that's what makes it fun. Even though I do think repeatable would be cool and all of that, but stylistically, things still taste really great. But it's like. I think that's what was like really interesting when we were on that farm. Was like, let's do it this way. It's like done by feel.
No rules.
Yeah. Which is beautiful in story. It's kind of sometimes disastrous on plan, but that's why we are a young farm, first generation farm. We're still learning a lot, so it's gonna keep getting better. Just more structure. That's what we need.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, this brew is ready.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Oh no.
Oh yeah.
So capturing the microbiomes will be lovely. The thing is that requires, first of all, like facilities for that, which for now they're not possible. For example, let's say maybe in Loja you could do so because you have La Papaya infrastructure there. We are in Intag, so that's like 12 hours from distance from Loja, and it will be just extremely difficult. And also, you take in consideration that my dad has a way of doing things that I have a different way, in a sense that I do a little bit. I feel like I do a little things a little bit more calculated. He does a little bit more things by feel, which is also really lovely. But yeah, it always involves. Oh my god.
Gonna ruin your train of thought with this coffee. This is from Howie. Who will watch this later, but he spent his hard-earned dollars on this, and he made sure we got it. He handed this to me in person.
Did they meet?
No,
they went after this.
No, well, I mean, he bought this coffee because he was very excited because he loves like all the Pepe coffees, and then he was
this
like,
is from Pepe, right? Well, the beans.
Yes, the beans are from Pepe.
Yeah.
And he probably did work on this.
Somebody messed up along the way.
This is the issue with like the last mile. This isn't even the last mile problem, right? Well, technically it is the last mile problem.
This is the glory part
This
too.
is
It's
what-
like
this-
part before the last mile problem.
This is Citra Wave. Okay.
Mm.
It's dark roast Pepe. Whoa.
Mothballs.
Ooh.
Give me some Fritz.
I have Fritz if you want to clean your palate with
Where did
some
that
of
come
that.
from? Why is that here?
I've saved it in case we wanted anything, but
Oh.
that's bad. That's unfortunate. That's a lose. The last mile, you know, you as a producer spend all this time and effort. You're actually cleaning your palate with Fritz. Okay, I'll compare it to the Fritz.
Well, Fritz is not Pepe, right? So different.
Oh, fuck. That's terrible. All right, I need to clean my palate with some Indian coffee.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
This ship is going down, dude.
Okay, Indian coffee does taste better than whatever they did
man.
to that. That's unfortunate. So, not to off track from these very important things that we were talking about, but
I
this
forgot
is
what we're
also
talking
an
about.
important thing to talk
Yeah,
about.
dude.
What were we
Is
talking
like
about?
if you're a producer and you spend all this time and effort into your coffee and then you give it to a roaster and they do some shit like that, that's a little rough.
Well, let's not mention them by name.
Well, we don't mention the names, right? We
Nobody
don't need to
knows.
mention names, but it's like, you know, we know how these coffees should taste like, and we've gotten the opportunity to taste a lot of these beautiful coffees from Pepe and Jose, and, you know, sometimes people drop the ball. So that is. Anyway, Brian, I'll happily send you more Fritz.
What's Fritz?
Fritz is the Korean roaster.
This
Oh, like a
one,
seal
yeah.
or a
They-
walrus
they-
or
they have a logo right here, the seal,
Yeah.
the seal thing.
It's this one. I haven't even opened it.
It's the seal at the bottom.
The seal,
Oh,
Fritz.
That's
Fritz.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah.
Big roaster in Korea. I bought this because they had merch, and
There's so much of it.
well, I didn't open
No,
it,
this
but
is
it was
250
the
grams, right?
This
yeah,
is a counterculture collab? What the
yeah.
heck?
It was like a
Wait,
counterculture
so
Fritz
who
collab.
roasted it?
Counterculture.
What does Fritz have to do with it?
Is it
It was just a
roast?
collab, and they just did cool merch.
What did they collab? What
Like
was
you
it
get the
gonna-
merch, like the
Oh,
cup.
I
Like I
see,
have
I
the
see,
cup.
I see,
I have
I
the
see.
cup and the
You get-
pin, and
Wait, so do you get? Is it 3 cups or 1 cup?
it's only one cup. Well, I didn't want to pay for all the cups,
Oh, I see.
but it's like the collab, right? Imagine buying coffee for the coffee, where you only buy for merch.
Oh, I see.
I forgot what we're talking about.
We're talking about very important things. The $100 geisha we should buy.
Oh.
The $100 Pepe geisha.
What's that? Oh.
Onyx has a $100 Pepe geisha.
Oh, they do. No, that I know about. Yeah.
That I'm very tempted to buy, but
No, I think you should buy the Pepe. The Onyx advent calendar instead.
No more advent calendars.
yeah, we got too many advent calendars last year.
Hey, you
So.
threw them all away.
Yeah, I threw the boxes away because they're
Yeah,
taking up
that's
space.
No, after we saved them all for you.
I tasted it on the stream.
All 96 of them.
Many of those coffees.
20 of them.
Hamasho dry fermented honey is tasting amazing. I feel like we
Yeah.
should
Fermented
cleanse our
honey.
palate with some of that.
Oh yeah. Let's not end on that one.
Jeez, she smells like Sharpies. But yeah, you can cleanse your palate with some Hamasho dry fermented honey. This coffee is actually really, really nice.
Yeah, there's some also. Ooh! Damn, dude.
Expressive acidity, clean, peach ringy, watermelon, sweet, structured acidity. This is also brewed almost 1:18 ratio. So there's still so much like structure to it, even at this extended ratio. That's this coffee. So yeah, this coffee's great.
Which coffee?
Oh, that's
Oh, okay.
dry, yeah.
What's special preparation mean? There were a couple of them, and I wasn't sure what that meant.
I don't know. Maybe he has like a specific lot or something.
Lance sent some details on processing,
Hmm.
and they just like. I don't think they. No, yeah.
They minimize unwanted fermentation, whatever that means. But all
Fermentation
coffee
alone.
is fermented.
No, we don't want any
But-
fermentation.
Pocho Gallardo is something that I really also want to. I fucking want to do a lot of shit, dude.
You gotta go back to Ecuador
It's
for
gonna
that.
be fucking crazy. But Pocho Gallardo is something really interesting to his coffees as well that I've heard. I don't know. Yeah, I've heard. But he does like these beds, which he separates bean by bean by bean by bean singularly, like because they say
Handcrafted?
yeah. They say like if
Oh,
beans
they
touch,
don't
it
touch.
creates fermentation.
Oh, so they don't touch, no fermentation.
Yeah, they're like hand plays, you know.
Oh my god, you should
Well,
try that.
well, Pocho Gallardo is, I think,
The Panama?
top 3 producers of all time, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Which one is the? Is this? Is this
Wait.
Do you want which one do you want?
Good or bad?
That's
Good
the
or-
yellow, the yellow
Oh, yeah,
one.
okay, this one. Oh, that coffee is from Traffic Coffee, the
Oh.
Pepe
Millennials.
Millennials.
Oh, Jose is too young to drink that
Yeah, I'm too young.
Yeah, you need to be stopped. You need to ask them to make a Zoomers.
Oh yeah, we need a Zoomer version of that.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I want to make. There's a lot of stuff that I will fuck up, and sometimes maybe I talk too much shit or I just yap. But sometimes yapping is needed, and like yeah. Hopefully, I'll get some beautiful coffees for the coffee community, and yeah, it's all about just giving back to what it has already given me. That is so much. So if I fuck up, don't quote me on it.
I was working on it.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. We're always working on it.
Okay. I think we'll probably go get food now. Been on for a bit.
Now then Trenton knows what we're getting for food.
Well, let's go to IKEA first, and
Oh,
then
man,
we'll
okay.
figure it out after.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, I think we'll do some more streams with Jose while he's in town. We'll also get Pepe. I have to go pick up Pepe.
No.
Oh, it's gonna tell everyone where we are. And we'll get Pepe. I have to pick Pepe up later, but maybe tomorrow we'll try to fit in a stream or some
I think
videos.
probably
It might be
Saturday,
hard,
but
but
probably
most likely Saturday.
Saturday.
We'll do some streams with Pepe and Jose, talking a little bit more about stuff, just hanging out. If you're in the Bay Area, there is an event happening, but I think there's a cap to an event.
So it's 1 to 3. I mean, actually, I'm hoping.
Was there a cap
There,
to
so
that?
It is capped, but
There will just be
I
people-
talked to Mabel, and people might probably be able to show up because they don't expect everyone to be there.
Yeah.
But I will be doing. I'm dating people, so yeah.
Oh, you're gonna be the one to
yeah. That's
to
right.
ban people. You're like, you're not allowed to talk to them. You have to
name
yeah.
drop Harry to get in.
so-
Oh yeah, you have to name drop people.
Harry.
Really? Is
Harry,
that
no.
actually you have to name drop Harry?
I'm
No,
trying to
no,
get
You
Harry
have
some clout.
to you have to follow Harry on Instagram to
Yeah.
go to
I
the
don't know
event.
what I know who's following him.
No, because they have to show you on their phone that they
Okay.
hit the follow button and they follow Harry,
Oh,
right?
I see.
That's how you do it. So
That
so
makes sense.
it's if you're cool or not. So that's how you make sure tomorrow. If you have to say if you follow Harry, you're allowed in.
And for sure, maybe on next streams and also like on the videos that we will record, I will have way better definitions of everything. But here I lay my things on notes that I have on my phone, so I'm kind of freestyling it. But I hope it was like understood properly. But I would love, on the next streams and the next
Yeah,
videos.
we're just hanging out in the stream, right?
Yeah.
And thanks everyone for coming through. As usual, last minute stream. We don't really schedule these things. So happy that people were able to come by and hang out. And then if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave that in the Discord, and we'll try to answer some of those in the coming days while he's still in town. And yeah, what anime are y'all watching tonight?
Oh no.
Corey in the house. That's Will, by the way. Will has admin access on my YouTube comments. He has.
Oh,
he
I
can
see.
ban people.
I see.
He's in the other room right now. He can literally go and ban people in chat right now. He has
I
admin
Hey,
access.
time this Harry guy out.
I'll put him in timeout. Does it publicly say? Oh my god. Harry was timed out.
And timed out, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, we'll be on probably some time this weekend. We'll see if we can maybe stream the event tomorrow. Might be a little. Actually, that might be really good to record. We should record tomorrow's event.
Not stream, record.
Yeah. Well, we can do both. As long as it's captured somewhere,
Yeah.
right? Then that should be good. So maybe we'll do that, and you guys can take a look at the stream tomorrow. Because there'll be a whole entire thing where
He's back.
yeah, well, we can
Don't add him as a
we
moderator.
can add him as a mod. Okay, well, yeah. All right, we'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for spending the time to watch and hang out with
Thank you so
everyone
much.
tonight.
you
And
for being
yeah,
here.
see you guys later.